really dire emergencies and disasters. What is the role of an educator? Specifically around ensuring education and learning is continued, right? I think we've seen during COVID in India and so many other disasters that education literally stops because there's a larger problem going on. I think as educators, we can explore the question of even though something is going terribly wrong otherwise, how do we ensure learning is happening in class? It's a great question, but hold to this next 1.5 hours. We have some lovely speakers with us today. Very, very grateful they're here today. Love to start introducing Michelle Marcos, who is the CEO of Sunbird Trust, an organization that works with the vision of peace through education in insurgency affected parts of Manipur and many other parts of Northeast India. Yeah. She resonated strongly with Sunbird Trust's vision of peace through education and joined the organization in 2019 as assistant school leader. Now she works with multiple small districts and states across the whole region, and she's directly now the People and Partnerships lead. Thank you so much, Michelle, for joining us. Look forward to engaging in learning with you and from you. Stanjan Salan, born and raised in Ladakh, pursued MBBS, but later transitioned into the development sector. Her love for writing and storytelling led her to become a contributor to the People's Archive of Rural India, sharing stories from rural Ladakh. In 2015, she co-founded Our Zamba Charitable Trust, and since 2019 has been working with the mission of empowering children in Ladakh to quality, equitable education to foster meaning and lasting change in Ladakh and beyond. Salim is also TAFEX entrepreneur right now with us. Yeah. Welcome, Salim.
Thank you.
Rizvi Abbas is the founder and CEO of Voyage Education, and Orbit is building community leaders to transform education in rural and remote parts of India. He has an extensive skill set, including the ability to communicate his ideas, both using conventional and modern techniques. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to having a meaningful conversation. In terms of logistics, you want to help me set this place up? How would you want the floor to be? Whatever you want, we can build it with them also, no problem. Yeah. What would you prefer?
So are we going to stand like this and do?
You can decide. So if we want to do separate stories, that would also help because you have different contexts. That would also be great.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? How would you? I'm also thinking maybe you three can do maybe 5 minutes individual introduction.
That is
And then people can choose to kind of sit with you in smaller groups and have more. Is that sounding good? First initial brief for all of their work and what they do, and then you can split into smaller in smaller groups. Okay, we'll start with the 5 minutes. Just a brief of your work and what you do. Try and keep it shorter so that we can spend more time in smaller groups. Yeah.
Breakout.
Are we doing it together or initially plan to do it in
I'm suggesting let's first do a 5 minutes whole group sharing and then go to breakout rooms so that people can choose to sit with some of you or maybe even do like a move around for periods. Yeah?
to speak with this?
Oh, sorry. So, thank you. Good afternoon, all the people here. Education in emergencies is a vital to humanitarian effort, and all of us are equally responsible for it, doing in whatever capacity we can. Today, the panel will revolve around discussing what are the key measures that we can take to ensure the continuity of education is there. At the same time, how do we engage with the communities who are in this crisis? And when we talk about emergencies, it ranges from displacement to conflict to political crisis to remoteness to any natural disaster or a man-made disaster. So the discussion will revolve around all of these things. The panel will be with us, around us, and we will look at different aspects of addressing these emergencies, right from establishing learning spaces, learning communities, groups, and everything that we have tried in our region, in our context, ultimately to ensure that no child is left behind. That is the core of the overall aspect. First, we have Michelle. Michelle, if you would like to start with your context. So I'll quickly chalk out the time, how it's like, not the day. So initially we had planned to do a breakout group. Keeping that in mind, what we'll do is initially we'll introduce our work in a nutshell for 5 minutes, all three of us. Then we will break out into smaller groups to give a little more in-depth about the work based on what we are doing. That is when we will go back into the panel discussion or the question answers so that you are able to relate to what we are answering. After the panel discussion, we will then get into Q&A where you will also have the opportunity based on what you have related from us individually and from the entire conversation to bring your questions up. And then we will close out with some reflections.
Should I do this in my small group then?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle. Thank you so much. It's really so exciting to be here with all of you today, and especially to be able to talk about the Northeast region, because we know that it often gets left out in a lot of discourse that happens today. So when we were having our initial discussion on emergencies, of course the first thing that I wanted to talk about is also the conflict in Manipur, because that's currently an emergency that we as an organization and the state is currently working on. But also thinking of emergencies beyond just armed conflicts, right? Emergencies in terms of, especially since we're talking about emergency in education, COVID was a big emergency in education. And while the cities, had its own set of challenges, I think in remoter areas, it was truly an emergency situation where we don't have the technology infrastructure, laptops, tabs, Wi-Fi connections, electricity is not there. So for me, I feel like that was one of the biggest emergency in education that I had to deal with. I was just straight out of Teach for India, straight out of my master's in education, and I was in a village in Manipur. It's a small village with 85 families, Naga village, and we ran a small primary school there so that the small kids don't have to walk to the nearby village, which is 1 hour away, walk one way, just to access education. So it's a small primary school, and COVID hit. We're completely cut off from the rest of the world. Of course, in the TFI community and everywhere, I can see updates of all the innovative all the innovative strategies and ideas that people are doing to make education accessible through online learning and all of that. But in that time, that's when I really felt the emergency, because I was in a village where we had very interrupted electricity. I took a survey. At least I think only 80% of my students' parents used a not Android phone. So even while there were so many things like, okay, let's do it through WhatsApp at least, then even that was not a possibility for us. So that's what really got me thinking about then what do you really do in a place like that? Physically meeting is limited. Online learning is not an option, and then that was a moment for me to really feel like, then what can I really do? Because at the same time, all my peers and everybody doing so many innovative things, and that's when I really felt like, okay, this is like such a helpless situation. It's not that the people didn't have the will to do anything. We had a very passionate group of educators, people who stayed in the village through the crisis, but there are times like this when there are certain limitations. So that'll be one of the experiences that I'll be focusing on, and of course the current conflict in Manipur. As educators, we tend to think about how can we help in the education front. But one of the biggest learnings that we had is that before we focus on the education part, there's a lot of other things that we need to focus on, right? Like having access to safe drinking water. These are children, families who have been displaced from their hometowns. Their houses have been burnt. They ran out of their houses in just the clothes that they're wearing, and now living in relief camps, which is like a tiny room, not even a room. It'll be one hall in a school or a community center, divided by just sheets to make separate rooms, and 7 to 8 of them living there. So we as an educator, how we need to be sensitized to what actually happens in the background when a conflict is going on. If today I'm scolding the child for not doing the homework, or not watching a video, without knowing like the context of what the child is going through in the conflict. So yeah, that's the second part that I'll be wanting to share with all of you today. Look forward to sharing more in the discussion with you. Thank you.
थैंक यू मिशेल. हेलो एवरीवन. मेरा नाम सल्डोन है. मुझे प्यार से लोग शिफा भी बुलाते हैं. आई होप हिंदी इज़ ऑल्सो फाइन विद यू, बिकॉज आई एम मोर कम्फर्टेबल इन स्पीकिंग हिंदी, मे बी इंग्लिश. या सो आई एम वन ऑफ द co-founding members of Zamba. Zamba is a Ladakhi word which means a bridge, and we are primarily working in the district Kargil of Ladakh. You must have heard about Leh Ladakh, but Kargil is another district of Ladakh, and we are working there since 2019. तो अब यहाँ पे इमरजेंसीज और कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की बात है तो करगिल ऐसी जगह है जो हर एक डिकेड में एक वॉर के थ्रू गुजरा है. 1999 वाज द वन जो कि लोगों की नज़रों में आया, बट उससे पहले भी हर डिकेड में वहाँ पे एक एक जंग हुआ है जब से आज़ादी हमारे देश को मिली है तब से. सो इन दैट केस सोशो पोलिटिकली इट हैज़ बीन वेरी चैलेंजिंग ओवर देयर. प्लस जो जोग्राफिकल हमारा लोकेशन है, द रिमोटनेस ऑफ आवर जोग्राफी, दैट क्रिएट्स मच मोर challenges challenges in every sector, you know, especially in the field of health and education. काफ़ी drawbacks रहे हैं उस region के, जहाँ पे कि Leh being the other district, it has always been in the limelight and ज़्यादा develop हुआ है, and कारगिल मेरे ख्याल से 30 से 40 साल पीछे है, especially in the field of education. So I would like to talk about that. And ऐसे एक कॉन्टेक्स्ट में जहाँ पे इतने सारे चैलेंजेस हैं, कारगिल इज़ हार्डली अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट विद अ पॉपुलेशन ऑफ 2 lakhs, मे बी 2.5 lakhs अगर हम उसको एक्सपैंड भी करें, बट जोग्राफिकली वी आर वेरी स्प्रेड, मतलब एक गांव से दूसरे गांव जाने में ही आपको 1 दिन लग जाएगा, वहाँ से वापस आने में ही. सो दोज आर द चैलेंजेस दैट आई वांट टू स्पीक अबाउट टुडे. एंड ऐसे एक लोकेशन में एक NGO चला पाना, एंड वो भी ऐसे टाइम पे जहाँ पे कि आप पहले एक स्टेट का हिस्सा थे, नाउ you are a union territory and everyone is confused कि क्या करें, कैसा चलना चाहिए, ये UT कैसा होना चाहिए, because we are a tribal land. So there are a lot of confusion and nothing seems clear. And in all these scenarios, running an organization and also that being a woman, I would like to focus on those aspects. And as clearly I'm seeing that more women are interested in the session of emergencies and conflict in education. So I think it is going to be a very interesting space. So I would love to talk about all these things, and yeah, maybe you can know more about Kargil and the kind of work that we are trying to do, and maybe you know, you even offer suggestions for our programs as well. So looking forward to the day. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Michelle and Saldon. We were supposed to have one more panelist, Shoaib from Teach for Bangladesh. Unfortunately, due to some visa issues, he is not able to make it with us. And in the recent conversations that we had in our meetings, he wanted to put across some of the things that are happening currently in Bangladesh. One thing that we also hear when we talk about emergencies is first impression is the COVID. He also wanted to share something about the current student mobilization that happened, and so he wanted to talk a lot more on those aspects as well. Unfortunately, he is not with us, and supposedly now I am supposed to fill that place, so I won't be able to talk about Teach for Bangladesh or his experiences, but definitely I'll be able to talk about my experiences, what it has been in terms of working in a place of conflict. So my name is Rizvi Akil Abbas. I've been as a founder of Voyage Educare Foundation. We started in 2019. We did some pilots in 2019, and right when we were about to upscale the work, COVID hit us. Fortunately, unfortunately, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise for us in that moment, because everyone was shifting towards online. So some of our networks where we were connected with, they reached out to us asking for help, and that is the moment where intention was to work in Maharashtra. We spilled over from Maharashtra to Kashmir, to Ladakh, and to UP. So these were the 3 places where we spilled over, and currently in today's time we are working in Kashmir, Ladakh, and UP. I think so Michelle will be able to really relate with it. Saldon comes from the geography where she is working. I am not belonging to the geography where I am working becomes a different problem at another level when you are trying to work with the locals whom you are not able to initially relate with, or they are not able to see the Kashmiri in you or the Ladakhi in you. So that initially is a big factor, but due to my facial appearances, I was able to do some negotiations because I looked somehow like a Kashmiri. So I managed those relationship building in those initial days. But yeah, so in terms of the conflict of Manipur or the situation of Kargil per se, the situation of Kashmir in the time of that emergency was quite different. The entire world was hearing lockdown for the first time. Kashmir had heard lockdown for the nth number of time. So for them, this lockdown was just like yesterday. So it was very difficult for us to process that situation along with them. And so I'll be talking around those lines as well, where people are on a different wavelength in terms of their understanding of a lockdown and emergency, and you as a facilitator or you as a provider is on a different length altogether. So those are some of the experiences that I will be talking about during the course of the conversation. Please feel free to take down points, note down questions, because definitely you will have, because all the three of us will be having different idea about emergency, different context, and even different approaches as to how we dealt with those situations. So please feel free to put down your questions, and when we turn to the Q&A round, it will be really helpful if you are able to put your thoughts through. To begin with, we will be dividing ourselves into 3 small groups. Michelle, do you want to take the last space? So it will be a 10-minute space where she will be sharing more about her context and detail. Sheldon, you want to stay here? So some of you can just join here, and I'll move. नहीं ठीक है, मैं 2 of you can. ठीक है, I'll take the 3-4 of you and share more about our work. So 10 minutes, and then we will come back into large group and then start the panel discussion.
You can feel free to move around if there's any particular geography that interests you.
Yeah. So we have fixed our places, but you are free to move if you are looking forward to.
So I'll try to कितना पास होंगे शायद, तो हम डिस्टर्ब कर देंगे थोड़ा I have my card here, so I could tell you please take it for more context. Yeah. So I'm sorry first of all that I couldn't bring any artifact. I brought my little artifact with me, so that's why I couldn't have one. But I think sharing something about my work would help you understand that what we are trying to do. So थोड़ा सा तो मैंने आपको एक context दे दिया है. तो कारगिल जो जगह जहाँ पे हम काम करते हैं is hardly 2.5 lakh people. शायद यहाँ का एक कॉलोनी है, छोटा सा कॉलोनी वो भी यहाँ, but those 2.5 lakh people are divided into 5 different tribal ethnicities, and they उनमें से 1-2 का डायलेक्ट थोड़ा सा मिलता है, बाकियों का डायलेक्ट भी नहीं मिलता है. So there are a varied number of challenges on different levels, social level, political level, even geographical level also, कि मतलब हर एक गाँव कल्चरली भी एक दूसरे से काफ़ी डिफरेंट है. तो उस लिहाज से देखते हुए we experienced when we started working that वहाँ पे contextual वर्क की बहुत कमी थी. तो we thought around कि ऐसा कोई प्रोग्राम बनाया जाए जो कि हर एक गाँव का कॉन्टेक्स्ट को ध्यान में रखते हुए गाँव वालों को इंगेज करके बॉटम्स अप अप्रोच और अप बॉटम अप्रोच दोनों एक साथ ट्राई करके क्यों ना एक प्रोग्राम हम बनाए. सो दैट्स हाउ वी केम अप विद द होलिस्टिक चाइल्ड वेलबीइंग प्रोग्राम, जिसका ज़्यादातर सृजन जो है वो कोविड के टाइम पे हुआ था. सो दैट वाज द टाइम व्हेन NGOs really got time to engage with children people intensively and in the way and style we thought. So इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर we have different pillars. First is improving learning experiences of the children, जिसमें हमारा youth fellowship is the pillar of it. We run a fellowship for the youth in the community. Second one is we are imparting the current educational leadership that the rural staff is having. That is what VECs, Village Education Committees, which are like the SMCs in the city but in a rural context. And then how to then bring the government on board by establishing partnerships and collaborations with the Directorate of Education and also the Ladakh Autonomous Skill Development Council, which is in Leh and in Kargil also. They have elected representatives from different blocks of the region, and they have certain administrative and financial powers. मतलब वो आता है जनरल सरकारी जब आपके साथ कोई आपका मेल पार्टनर या आपका मेंबर या टीम मेंबर जाता है वो बहुत अच्छे से सुनते हैं, but once you start start throwing your logic into कि नहीं हम प्रोग्राम के थ्रू ये करना चाहते हैं कैसे मैडम नहीं हो सकता so ऐसे challenges भी बहुत बार आते हैं you would not know ठीक है आपका बजट इतना है but इतना ही पहले ये खर्च करके so all those things are there but I think Zamba has been able to sustain the way it has sustained just because of support around me and other members and the resilience and patience community में लोग समझने लगे हैं अभी काफी चेंजेस अभी छोटे लेवल पे दिख रहा है in all the 520 government schools that we are representing in Kharkiv. Which year did you start? We found it in 2015 and then जो actual काम है with the हमारा प्रोग्राम है वो बना है वो कोविड के टाइम कोविड से एक साथ 2019 से This is my card. हमारे Instagram पेज पे ज़्यादातर अपडेट्स आपको मिलेंगी and if you want to know more about us even visit us please. So come to ये तो आती है but you visit Kharkiv schools also very different perspective of the same teachers. मेरा इतना ही था
So, what you have ये मैंने भी देखा है जब आप फंडरेजिंग करने जाते हैं उसके लिए they will send it out to the people कि आप कोई नहीं कॉन्फ्रेंस तो जब आप एक ऐसे जोन में काम कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे लेफ्ट की ज़्यादा जरूरत है yes we are the first this is the strategy now change the आप go to the next step that is how money is important in running to things that you want to as well as फिर वो आप कैसे फिर मतलब
चैलेंजिंग है आई थिंक डेवलपमेंटल सेक्टर में इसकी अभी काफी ज्यादा चर्चा हो रही है a lot of people, even a lot of funding agencies are also not talking about it. But really, truly speaking, if the one is really thing that you can is if you really believe in what you're doing, just push for it. तो ज़्यादातर challenges की बात है। देखिए लद्दाख में ना आप ज़्यादा scale भी नहीं कर सकते हो। मैंने जैसे कहा कि 2.4 लाख का population है हार्डली और उसमें सिर्फ हम गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में काम करते हैं। तो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 17,500 बच्चे ही हैं in total स्टेट। Number wise, I cannot scale. My scalability will be on the challenges that we face उसके बाद ethnicity, है ना? Geographical location. So बहुत मुश्किल है for an organization like Zamba कि हम because हमारा जो बजट बनता है उसका 50% से 60% हमारा सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग में जाता है क्योंकि हमारा ट्रैवल उसके लिए आपके फंडर को मांगते आगे आपके एक्सपीरियंस करना बहुत जरूरी है so हमारी फंडिंग जो भी स्ट्रेटजी है जितने फंडर्स वो ज़्यादा नहीं है बट जितने भी हैं वो सच में चैलेंजेस को समझते हैं और काम को समझते हैं And I think उतना ही अभी के लिए ज़्यादा की काफ़ी है and maybe with time you will enjoy it. If you believe in something, you just have to do it and keep doing it जब तक like-minded people आके आपके साथ जुड़ना है.
Looking at our name
we are basically targeting
and our picture.
ऐसे funding agencies
We were looking at अच्छा आप भी 10 हैं ना
कम है
आप
एक तो गवर्नमेंट
in fact it also happens in a lot of conversations because the names were such
जगह में इतनी ही
Ulfat. I thought that it's a guy, it's a man. Ulfat sir. And then it was like ये मैम है ये सर नहीं है हम लोग को इतना भी नहीं पता
basically targeting जैसे वर्ड इंटरेस्ट है ये सारे इंटरेस्ट है तो
so that was the first time we were able to relate okay you are and that became like a ice breaking point for us where we were able to show them that we know this we did a session in talking with them and what are your problems list down your problems so we spent the entire hour or two with them writing down their problems just like throw whatever problem we'll write it down once we wrote down the problem we removed the paper from our bag and we distributed it to them now read this paper if all of the problems that you have told if the solution is not on this we'll go back
The results are from
will not work.
We really believe in
But if you see any solution here, then we are out.
Otherwise,
When
बहुत
they
सारे
read
बहुत
the
साल तो
paper,
हमारे
they
वो
saw, okay, this is what we are seeing. They were able to relate that. That was when
breakthroughs we didn't have
breakthrough
money.
came. That is when I was able to.
बताइए कि
Now, this is primarily for
with regards to child mental health.
Kargil was a different like very recently in 2022
Beauty of our community
after
is
Jio's
actually
breakout bubble, they've got towers for internet and mobile connectivity. Otherwise,
जो
in
हमारे
some of the places where we are working, there is not even a tower.
काफी
So
सिंप्लीफाई
we have incidences where
कि वहाँ पे मेन चैलेंज तो सर्वाइवल का ही
for them,
है ना
they were
हमारे
not
एंसेस्टर्स तो ऐसे थे
like
कि समर काट लिया चलो
they
विंटर
trusted us immediately.
विंटर काट लिया चलो समर तो
They helped us in making groups, they helped us in making connections with teachers,
which
students.
makes
It
life
was
very
so, like a very different experience and very different experience.
but of course in
But
changing
for them,
time
the struggle
there are
is
issues
simply
जो आ
to
रहे
get
हैं
a
जैसे
connection.
house की issues आ रही
Mobile
हैं
phone.
और with changing time अब
Normal,
पैसा बढ़ रहा है
phone
unemployment
hour.
बढ़ रहा है community
So
sense
a lot of men
खत्म हो
what
रहा
happened
है
that
तो
we were
youth के level
having
पे
conversations
बच्चों
with
के
them.
level even women के
I
level
remember
पे
one situation
domestic
where a school
abuse
leader
के साथ बढ़ रहा है
traveled 4
वो धीरे-धीरे
kilometers from his
बढ़ता हुआ
village to
हमें
another
दिख रहा है
village.
तो कुछ
He
specifically
showed
उसको
us
लेके
the
कोई
video from his
program
background
बहुत
with
proactively
whatever connectivity
nobody
was
talks
possible.
about
Sir,
social
this is the tower. I am sitting inside my car and I'm getting
really very happy in the community but धीरे-धीरे वो हमें भी
Connection is
we
there.
also introduced the SCL component into our program other
That kept
than
us
straight and we are working out we are also doing a research
बॉस जब ये इतना मेहनत कर रहे हैं तो हम थोड़ा बहुत गाली खा लेंगे चलेगा.
to gauge if therefore what we have to do but specifically वो अभी तक किसी को
think that
because I'm also brought up there
Those were some of the things
he has to see the 99 wall
were happening that kept us. Fortunately, and for us,
the sense of
it
community
really worked out. The WhatsApp thing really worked out. It gave us the leverage with the parents.
literally
Now even if the school was ready, the parents were ready.
बहुत छोटी community है
So the parents were calling the school and
and
telling
I'm
me,
seeing how
we
happy
did
the
it for only 6 months.
that day.
The initial COVID period, but when the COVID came, the second year, we were now not doing it.
अभी कोई specifically
That is when parents told us, "नहीं हो रहा, पका वो WhatsApp वाला क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है?" That is when the school realized that we have already made connection with the parents. Now, if they don't make connection with us, it will be a big problem for them. That they will be the last customers. So they need to, like, if they are a retailer in between, they need to make connection with us so that they are able to collectively work. So that became a turning point for us in working with them along. So
I am originally
these are some of the things that happen. Now for
So
an
it becomes
outsider,
very challenging. It's not your people, but
one
something is keeping you
major
there.
thing
What made you think?
was something that was very, very different.
first I'll talk about the transition
Normally,
It's still very
normally if you are coming from home today,
पाँच साल हो गए पाँच से ज़्यादा साल हो गए
where do you live?
but still system set नहीं है
Tanjeli. So from Tanjeli you came
and
to Lower Parel to Museum.
community बन गया है
How many army people did you see?
बहुत ज़्यादा bureaucratic हो गया है
Did you encounter in the
ज़्यादातर IAS officers they are making over and
Zero?
और इतना बहुत burden है context पे ध्यान नहीं रखते वो सरकार जो बोलता है
How many?
I remember they made children plant trees in Dras
सबको
in
कौन
March
कर दिया
3 feet of snow because पेड़ लगाओ आंदोलन कुछ चल रहा था
No, not today.
and I am obviously one NGOs के लिए नहीं हम NGOs का पैसा नहीं देते हम खुद अपना प्रोग्राम चलाएंगे वो वाला ज़्यादा
But is that a regular
प्लस
thing?
अभी यूटी से जो LHDC से
For us in Kashmir, when we looked at them,
autonomous body that was I was talking
every single day
उनको
seeing
स्टेट में ना
200
काफी ज़्यादा
army
उनके
people
पास
with added with
decision-making
gun,
powers थी like वो
those army vehicles with those tanks like wheels. You are going in your
अभी वो सिर्फ
छोटा
कॉन्ट्रैक्टर
सा Maruti Alto 800 and आपके पीछे इतना बड़ा सा tank.
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में लगा है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में भी आप
All of them
उसमें
are
नहीं
pointing
लगा
at
सकते हैं आपको बिल्डिंग बनाना है अलमारी बनानी
They are ready for
मैं
anything.
आपको
Anything for all.
तो वो लिखिए देंगे और they are signing
That is
MOUs
the
with
everything.
organizations जो बहुत बड़े लेवल पे काम करते हैं
So
जो शायद दिल्ली
you
से
are a
operate कर रहे हैं
patient,
the team
you are a tourist,
वहाँ पे आके
you are
टीचर के साथ
going for
ट्रेनिंग कर देंगे जो अपना फंडिंग लाएंगे
whatever.
साथ में काम करने के लिए.
Everything becomes a zero if there is army going.
कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट है ना, जो कि सच में
On
वहाँ पे
any
काम
given
sustain कर
day,
सकता
like
है, उस पे नहीं जा रहा.
when we
So,
had to
हमारे
go to
साथ तो वो
schools,
टाइम
visit the
नहीं
schools,
करते, हम
we had to
सर
keep a
करगिल में
buffer
काम
of
करें.
at least
मैडम
1.5
लद्दाख में
hour
काम
to hour.
कीजिए, क्योंकि सर करगिल में
Not
भी इतना
fighting.
इशू है, पहले हमें
Because
वहाँ पे
if
ही
the army
काम
is
करने
passing
की
by,
जरूरत है.
barricading,
They're
barbed
like, हाँ,
wires,
हम
everything
order
come
letter
in,
लिख देंगे, but
stop.
पैसा तो आपको
You can't question, you can't say anything, keep quiet.
in the UT, which is
Everything passes off and you are alive.
plus मैंने
So
कैसे
that
किया था
becomes your everyday
actually,
There is no
मैं
conflict.
MBBS करने
There is
गई,
no
but,
disaster, nothing.
उस साल में मुझे
Over.
पता चल गया कि मैं नहीं कर सकती.
Going by the political scenario, everything is good there.
I like talking to
But
people.
on a day-to-day
उसमें
basis, you
community
are
medicine
serious.
था एक subject.
So how
the
do you
second
even
year, which was my
make
favorite
that
subject.
connection that everything
Then
is
by the
good?
end of the second year,
but
I have to decide.
right next to my door, if I have to
या
go
तो
and
अभी
buy
छोड़
milk,
दो,
I have to encounter
फिर
5
मतलब कुछ
minutes
करके छोड़ने का कुछ मतलब
just to go and buy milk.
So that's when I started working
How do you
with
make that connection?
organizations.
Impossible.
Then
There are
I
4
had the
armed
chance.
people
Me being from Leh,
behind one person.
I didn't know much about
right
Kashmir.
now, so like
But
the army
that let
population
me
sort of
enter into
more than
Kargil,
the
understand
Kashmiri
the other
identity
district of Ladakh,
population
how beautiful it was. Usually I felt
Even
now
worse.
Kargil, and he's from Kargil.
And every single day the
Yeah.
deployment is
Yeah.
increasing.
He got married. उसमें भी बहुत
And
because he's a Muslim,
so
I'm from a Buddhist family.
so
A lot
that
of
is the
things
kind of
happened, but
emergency. Even if the emergency is over,
out and I think
this does
especially
not
feel,
classify as an emergency,
you
but
want
this
to
is an emergency.
for the
People are
community.
every single day
First of all,
living.
आपको उस community से
And for
प्यार
the
होना
young
चाहिए,
generation,
है
for
ना?
young kids
मतलब
to grow
how
up, we were
communities
having
like
this conversation
there are different
that if a child had enrolled in
but
class 1 in
वो प्यार
2016, they have attended only 300
If you
or
love
500
something,
days of school and they have reached class 7.
you will किसी हद तक भी जा
In
सकते हैं।
2016
जैसे बच्चे हैं
to 2024.
be a patient, वो तंग करते हैं, फिर भी be a patient,
And they've gone
के बारे में
only
सोचते हैं।
300 to 500
I think
days.
that's driving me forward because I love Kashmir, I love Ladakh, but now I have over there created a special relationship with Kashmir.
So the best part is that Kashmiri language is there. At the same time, they speak it.
On the path that I
So that becomes a common conversation. As we go on, it becomes a common. For me also, my religious identity became a good point in being connection. So that also helped us
So
into
what we
the
do
schools,
is
into the
we
minds,
select
into the
communities
people.
actually.
And specifically,
जो
we
community
made a point to interact
अभी
with the religious leaders. We went to them, we spoke to them, and we got them on board.
So we take
And-
that community and then
that
we do a
made our
recruitment
life
drive
so
with the
easy.
youth. तो
that
उस
we
community
could
का
not
जो
leave.
youth होगा
We
उसी
were
में से ही
finding
जो
it
best
difficult
of the
to get a house. The
जो
moment we
हमारे
spoke
पास
to a religious
available है
leader,
उनको फिर
we
हम
spoke to
fellowship
someone.
पे
Tomorrow
करते
we
हैं।
got 10 calls
वो
for
फिर
us.
fellowship पे प्रोग्राम के थ्रू जाते हैं
Oh, this house is there, this
फोकस
house is there,
करते
आगे ये है, ये है.
करिकुलम में
So,
प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग लाने में
fabric
and they create
itself is
library
very,
space and try to integrate the library process
Like you keep discovering every single day new thing.
ये रहता है
Oh,
so अभी तक
for 30 days we struggled for a house. We were staying in a hotel. We were staying in some other place, some other place. The
हफ्ते
moment
में
we made this
हफ्ते में हर
connection,
रोज मतलब 10 से 4 स्कूल में
Everything
रहते
was
हैं
fine.
और हर दिन वो
So this
4
is
पीरियड्स
like
एक पीरियड
what
40
is
मिनट का
there as a
तो एटलीस्ट वो 4 से ज्यादा भी लेते हैं जब when they have time but at least they have to time to school
Were they local?
They did not want to
that's how we are
Everything was WhatsApp.
trying to bring
Were they
importance to
locals?
the
Because then
curriculum.
they
None of
got
them were
skill
regarding हमने काफी सारे
language
resources भी develop करे in line with the curriculum.
That is the beauty.
So now we are trying to
so
scale it up.
Hindi
the
and Urdu
models,
are very
consular models,
similar language.
Yeah. And then
So
we
most of
try
our
to bring
volunteers
some
that we
policy
recruited,
change in
even though they were from different parts of the country,
curriculum has
they knew
to
Hindi or they were able to
बनाने
communicate
के
at least in
क्योंकि वो युक्ति बन गया ना
If not, then we did not take them.
criteria
That was like a make or break for us.
छोटे होते हैं उनका तो 2 कमरा होगा हिंदी ये कि आपका इतना
On
ग्राउंड होना
WhatsApp,
चाहिए ये होना
and that
चाहिए
is how they were able to
एक तरह
communicate.
से
The voice
बहुत
notes to parents.
जबरदस्ती
In
का
fact, reading was not a possibility for the parents. So they left voice notes so the parents could hear the voice notes and
होना
then
चाहिए
do accordingly.
हमारा जो कल्चर इतना वेरिएड और डाइवर्स है
Michelle,
वो बहुत जरूरी है
should we come? London?
15 fellows you should
अभी ग्रेजुएट कर
Are you seeing
यस यस या अभी हम
So again,
बारह
for
कम्युनिटीज
2 years I was there,
now we
but
are
down
and
not
30
full
more
time because
council model schools which will make us 40
primarily
to
for
50.
someone from Bombay who has
I think model
experienced
schools
40-45 degree to stay there in winter
ये
when it
LHDC
drops
का
down to
मैंने
-10,
उसमें जो
-15
पर्टिकुलर
is
काउंसलर
impossible.
they get some educational funds.
So we usually come back from there by December
वो मॉडल
or November.
तो मॉडल वो एक लेवल बन गया है
December, January, February. These are the 3 months of
तो we want
extreme
to
winter.
invest
So
into those
there are
क्योंकि
40 days
infrastructurally
specifically
we
which is
can
called as
take
Chillai
care of
Camp,
the library
which
at
is
least
deadly winter.
with the shelves
So
and the rest
that's-
for the fellowship
that
and
is where we
other
have to
things we are
move
trying to raise money.
But last 2 years I was there. This year we again had to move out because of the conflicts. So
अभी वो हो गया
there was this
और नहीं तो हमारा स्कूल का
political
जो
scenario
सेशन
changing,
है वो
demand of state vote, then
नवंबर
final
नवंबर
approval of
नवंबर
elections.
चलता
So
था
currently
जैसे
now
नवंबर
the
में आपका
elections
सेशन
are got
खत्म हो गया
over.
तो न्यू
Still
इलेक्शन
there is
आएगा
less
दिसंबर
stability
जनवरी
in terms of
फरवरी
the
you have winter
At the same
holidays
time,
and then मार्च
there was
से
different
आपका
thing already happening. They were
उन्होंने
first
वो
happy
भी
with the
चेंज कर
UP.
दिया
Now they
जनवरी से स्टार्ट हो गया
UP has taken away all of our powers, so now they are demanding for state. So there is another conflict
तो
happening
वो
here.
मतलब
So from both of the regions we have to pull out the
थोड़ा
vote.
अगर उनको पूरे देश में चलना है तो you have to
So we are hoping that
create a program
Which we work all the locals.
lot of things are happening. We are very confused. Everyone is confused.
just wanted to ask that how many women fellows you have and how
Every day I contact.
So, अभी जो 15 फेलोज हैं उसमें से 70% are girls.
People coming from outside.
हमने भी देखा है कि women they stay longer, they learn, they go learn.
the second half would still be possible. The youth in search of jobs they might go out,
because उनपे
but
फिर वो financial
inflow of
responsibility भी ज़्यादा है.
very less,
They want
very
to
less.
higher paying jobs or maybe
Inflow of tourists is there, but then
we also have
the tourists are only in the touristy places. They are not in the remote side of the villages or anywhere around there.
How far you stayed from Sri Lanka?
So initially we were staying around 30-35 kilometers away from there. Then because our existence became a problem, then we had to move and then we were staying around 20-15 kilometers away from Shri It was like an everyday thing to juggle. So initially for the first 6 months, milk is again not accessible over there. In the villages, you have to like take a bucket, go to someone's house who has a buffalo or something and take the milk. So you don't get milk packets. So very small things, but then once you go there, you realize. Similarly in Ladakh, you will not get milk. You'll have to either take from someone who is a dairy person, or there is pack, which you call Tetra Pak. That is the milk that is available.
So teachers, because this was still a prime.
So that was the first time we saw 10 rupee pouches of milk, 40 rupee pouches of milk, and those were cheap pouches. Only to transport milk because
So there was like learning.
those your everyday जो आधा लीटर वाला दूध होता है, it will not survive.
What to do. So we had
And every time there is winter, there is an emergency.
with the teachers.
So the second time when we were traveling there, we got stuck for 36 hours in Dras, which is the second most inhabitable place on earth. Because there was a landslide, sudden landslide in snowfall, and so they were, along with us were around 2,000 to 3,000 people on the highway. They were stuck.
So I got to
Such worse was the situation that the nearby village ran out of food.
it was very exciting
Because the village had resources for 500 people and 2,000 vehicles have been stuck. Now just multiply the normal number of people inside the vehicle, let's multiply by 4, so 2 into 4 is 8,000 people.
So वहाँ पे things like
So
then we were talking about classroom
becomes like an everyday. You get stuck and you have nowhere to go. You sleep in the car. We had to sleep in an abandoned house for one night to make sure that we don't have to go back all the way to the town and then come back on. So these are how
then we had to like figure out okay
this does not qualify as an emergency, but it's an everyday task. That's an everyday life. So grass is also called as a jail. For
पहले
6
नहीं
months.
मिल रहा था. So for
So
me
it
also
functions effectively
understand
from
point is not
June
start
to
making, point is
November.
they put trackers and what are other ways.
Come
Also asking
your
us to
December,
pay. So they started making a lot of things
adopt.
with their natural resources.
Because of heavy
Waterways,
snowfall, landslides,
clay that is there. And,
snowstorms,
through
all that
talking
is
to the villagers and everybody, I also realized that Turkut is very blessed in terms of its geography because they're able to grow like a lot. Because बाकी का अंदर जो है वहाँ पे there is it's just are there like we have so Hunder's education is good. Like हमारे class teacher Hunder से she
we'll park this question.
how it's
We'll take it up when we are a big group because they will also be would like to.
for me those 2 months were very very I remember the first 20 class I wanted to go
Yeah.
मुझसे नहीं होगा because I read there and
Check the numbers.
so all phone lines were down there was no electricity and I'm just like nobody can go like last मेरी बात हुई थी कि हाँ I'm reaching safely was like when we were actually in some village and then we came now this is no way to call anybody landlines are down and first 24 hours I'm like मुझे जाना है I can't do this I'm very sorry I will do this I don't think this is possible like at night you like I think the first time I experienced night when the was just dark like my hand was just I can't see my hand everybody here yeah it's
You're from the staff.
but I think after 1 week so I was talking to my mom I was like 1 week just keep it
So
1
another
week.
challenge while working in the rural is you don't get
1
funds.
week just
Because your visibility is very low and donors they want to do painting activity, they want to do this, but they can't come to us. They want something in Bangalore, they want something in Mumbai.
That's another challenge. I started naming my situations because I was like emergency
Keep changing.
so then people started recognizing me as that person who is there for everyone.
Like right now, if you ask anyone, is Kashmir under an emergency? No, but are we able to work now?
It's a constant dedicated spot and time.
So, look at that from the perspective of the global eye, there is no emergency because we are not able to work because there is an emergency on the ground.
Yeah, I think that is what also got me very invested in this trial. I work in India, so like I'm doing models work. So I'm still in touch with Sarah. थोड़ा बात करते रहते हैं, but yeah, it's like for me, I think my aim is when can I go back. So you have experience with emotional well-being part as well. Yes. The kids are like
no like formal beyond structured education. मतलब सबको पता है कि आपका बच्चा कहाँ
So,
मतलब किधर से मेरे बच्चे भी
our work in Kashmir and
सुबह जाते हैं
primarily
सीधे
religious leaders who
वहाँ पे है
realized that madrasa is not going to solve the larger education problem. So now they focus on
physical safety space.
religious education with modern
उस
education.
लिहाज
They've
से
all
हमारे बच्चे बहुत blessed हैं.
they integrated the schools. So now they are working on K-12 schools, which also has a 2-class
प्यार से ही आया है जिसने कि इस कम्युनिटी को बहुत सारी मॉडल्स के थ्रू सस्टेन किया. So I think as an organization it's our responsibility to उसको बचाने की हमारी responsibility है. With changing times, things are changing really fast. So
These schools are really good.
बहुत चीजें materialistic है. Community sense of community बहुत खत्म हो रही है. We have a space to preserve it at least in Kargil and maybe आगे जाके we can share some experiences. वहाँ पे revive
I don't take more than
सब चीजों में हम through education लगे हुए हैं. So
this have already been
education especially उसमें भी काम करना is very challenging है.
I saw
अभी खुद लद्दाख की वजह से अच्छा आप लोग अभी भी हैं मतलब
now
वो believe नहीं कर पाते.
students
Yes,
coming
because
from
a lot of
6
people
o'clock.
tried, but
I
they
remember
वो फिर
3
you
years
have to
ago,
give up after a point.
I have only 25 kids.
Survive नहीं कर
Telling you, that's from LKG to 25 kids. Okay, staff is
They are
taking
going अभी तो अच्छे जा रहे हैं बहुत करके.
now
मुझे तो अभी नहीं करना है.
from morning 6 o'clock to night 8 o'clock, school is functioning. Just because I have created.
All the best. Please do come. Visit हमारा ये Instagram page check करिए. आपको ज़्यादा updates
How I did it was like
But please come and
my
experience
favorite,
our
I started politics people
We have a volunteer program.
just to inaugurate a school, it's a function.
We run. अभी तक
And they come to
winter में तो
guys would come
मुश्किल हो जाएगा
I
बाहर से
give
जो आते हैं.
your guys
We have a
come
volunteer
clean
program.
this. regards
Yeah.
to
So वहाँ पे the community will host
everything,
you.
water connection,
They will
related.
prepare
Using
water,
that
they will
influence
take
to the
care
right.
of food and everything.
So
We will
it's going like this.
talk with the
So I was
schools and the
like,
administration. You can work there for, but you have to invest 2 months at least.
Yeah. The first
Let's
start
come
about
back.
be over at least 1.5 months.
Brings us out on the big picture. Sorry.
Thank you.
Everyone has got now good insight into the three of us and the work that we are doing. We'll take this conversation ahead, and a lot of you were asking about specific things in between while the conversation was happening. We'll get into that when we move into the Q&A round. Before that, we'll start first with, yes, definitely when we talk about education in emergencies, there are a lot of challenges, problems and issues. Let's start with the brighter part. So if I would request Michelle to start us off with a success story or an inspirational thing that happened with them while working with that in the context. Oh.
Yeah, so I think for us, our biggest success story is seeing our own sponsored students come back and join us as team members. So as I was sharing, we sponsor students from school up to college. And when we started the organization, all of us were mostly from outside of Northeast. And now we have a lot more faces who are people from the Northeast. And I was just telling the group also, there was a time when we couldn't find people also to join the organization. Now there are more people who are graduating in education, TFI from the Northeast who we are now absorbing, but also our own students. Like we do a lot of construction, so we have 2 engineers who are students we sponsored to study engineering, and then they said I want to now contribute because the education helped me and my family, so now I want to come and contribute. Another example is we had one student who got into an MBA. Now he's earning 80,000-90,000 a month, and now he's educating his 2 siblings, and now he's put them through MBA. So we feel like those are our biggest success stories, is those small ripple effects, and that is what gives us when I walk. People keep asking me, as a woman and otherwise, isn't it scary and all of that? But for me, I remember when I used to go out and there's this mountain that we cross, and then I know that's my village. My village as in, that's the village where I used to live. So it's once I cross that mountain, I just I know that now nothing will happen to me, because that's the kind of relationship I have with the village. And it is an insurgency affected area, but their students, their kids are all my students. They all, so that sense of confidence, and we know that, there are students from these villages who are our students, and they'll, make sure that nothing happens to us, even if anything. So I feel those are the success stories or the moments where, we feel really happy about what we do.
Salin?
So yeah, अभी December की अगर मैं बात करूँ तो 15 of our fellows will be graduating. So that's in itself is a success story for Zamba. And I was sharing in the group that ऐसे locations, ऐसे fellows हैं जो कि उस गांव के पहले graduate हैं, especially women. So they have gone through the fellowship, and while on the fellowship they have completed their graduation, and now she is opting for masters for specially able children. So that's something that's amazing. And out of this group, 4 people have already joined the Zamba team as full-time members, and 5 of them have already been absorbed into the government school system. They are government teachers now. So हमारा जो alumni support है उसमें उनका फिर professional development, तो वो जो continuity हमें दिख रही है अपनी engagement में, जो हम believe करते हैं, जो हमारा one of the mottos भी है कि local resources को develop करके किस तरह से वो करना है, वो है. Plus at school level हम क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में काम करते हैं, तो जितने भी अभी 12 स्कूल्स में हम काम कर रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में, उनमें द एवरेज इंक्रीज इन द एनरोलमेंट इज़ 50% एवरेज. तो ऐसे भी स्कूल्स हैं जो बंद होने को थे, देयर वर जस्ट 5 और 6 किड्स, वो मतलब गवर्नमेंट नोटिस भी दे चुकी थी, अभी उनमें 200% इंक्रीज़ हो गया है इनरोलमेंट का. सो वो जो इंटेंसिव इंगेजमेंट का इम्पैक्ट जो है वो हमें जो अभी पायलट इनिशिएटिव जो हमारा उसमें हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. So we are really geared up to scale all these up. So every day, and she was talking about the community, and I was also talking in the group that the love for the community is something जो कि इस field में हमें बनाए हुए हैं, and that really supports us and push us to move forward through all of these challenges. So I think I just love the people, and the people over there are inspiring. जो resilience and जो happiness quotient के साथ वो अपनी ज़िंदगी को positively आगे ले जाते हैं, उनसे मुझे बहुत सीखने को मिलता है और मेरी ज़िंदगी काफ़ी happy हो गई उन्हीं की वजह से. So yeah, that's also very inspirational for me. Yeah.
Great, and so with all of this, when we hear about success, there's a lot of hard work that has gone into the background to get this one story or one graduate or one person coming out and doing job. So a lot of time it happens that it took hardly 1 minute to say that 15 graduates, but it would have taken 15,000 hours of support to enable that 15 graduates to become what they are today. So would you like to quickly share any 1 or 2 strategies that you have adopted to enable your work in the region? You want to start?
Yeah. So जैसे मैं अपने ग्रुप में बोल रही थी कि it takes time in our geographies, right? So that's the strategy. Be patient and believe in that person that you have, chosen for that program, because सब में capability होती है, but then सबके context भी अलग होते हैं. तो मैं बता रही थी तो कुछ fellows ऐसे हैं जिनको 4 साल लगे हैं इस यहाँ तक पहुँचने को. तो बोलने को तो 2 साल का fellowship है, but मैं ये नहीं बोल सकती हाँ 2 साल में आप करके निकल जाओ, because उस community में से वही है जिन्होंने ग्रेजुएशन अभी किया है और someone who wants to do something. So passion is something that is part of the strategy कि उनमें शायद वो knowledge और वो skills नहीं हैं, but they have the passion. So we have invested into those people because we really want them to be the resource for that community and sustain all the initiatives. So yeah.
Just to add more context to what Saldon just said, in terms of the region of Ladakh, specifically Kargil, the time duration for education is far less as compared to any other place in the country. So your effective education, not education, effective education starts around May and ends in November. This is what I've seen at least in my last 3.5 years of experience. In fact, one time it happened that we got stuck in October itself because of sudden snowfall that happened, and 5-10 days schools were shut down. In fact, this was the first time that I experienced. So coming from Bombay, and looking at schools in and around our state, we used to get summer holidays, and it was like very common that you get summer holidays for rejoicing and enjoying. Why? Because you have finished your academic year and then you're going into a new academic year. But that whole definition of summer holidays changed when I went to Kargil and Kashmir. What changed was the temperature becomes unbearable, and that is why there is a 10 days holiday. Students would fall down on the ground because the heat is 22 degrees. That is what changed the whole meaning of summer vacation. So the government would wait for the temperature to rise. When the temperature rises, next 10 days is your summer vacation. And that in itself is like very eye-opening that, where are we living and where are we working? How different situations make people do different or make people react differently in different situations. Yes, over to Michelle.
Yeah, so another thing is also the community members. Like it's not just the teachers or the parents who put in all the work into our students. Like if we need to, for example, I wanted to make a play area. So of course, play equipments are expensive. A slide is very expensive. And the thing in Northeast is transportation is even more expensive, because so if I buy a cupboard which is only 8,000, I'll have to spend 15,000 to hire a vehicle to bring the cupboard to the village. So then, all of that wasn't working out. So it was a very simple thing. Like all the students' parents in my school, they brought 2 bamboos each, 2 sticks of bamboo, because for them they go to the farm every day. So they brought 2 bamboos. Some people brought some wood, and we, I think, spent totally about just 4,000 rupees, which 4,000 or 5,000, which went on paint and nails. Other than that, everything came from the community. And then the parents also dedicated 2 days, because they're like, okay, we can't really help on the education front because we ourselves don't know, but these are our skill sets, right? They're very skilled in terms of bamboo, woodwork, etc. So few days they came to, parents volunteered their time, and we were able to make the entire play area with, in less than 5,000, which would have costed so much. So example being that there's a lot of things that the parents do from their end also to make it happen. Some of the parents can't contribute fees, so they bring stuff like rice or vegetables which contribute to the hostel, and also the hard work that goes into by all our team members who work on the ground. A lot of our team members come from very comfortable cities to these remote areas, and getting through a day is not easy. We have a team member in the Indochina border in Arunachal, where in the winter she's like, it's so hard to just get out of your blanket because it is so cold. And then there are days where we've not had water, so I've had to go and bathe in the open. So there are a lot of sacrifices that our team members do, which don't, of course, we don't post about it on social media. But I think for me, there's a lot of everyday stories that I see from my team members that goes in all the behind the scene things. We have other than education, we also have a lot of sports stars and music which we support. 2 of our kids are in the Maricom Boxing Academy and winning gold at the state and national level. So this girl, few years back, I had taken her to Imphal for the trials, and she had nothing to do with boxing. She just got selected, and right now she's doing really well. But an example is this drive that I'll never forget. It was 8 kids and me in a Bolero, and we're driving to Imphal, and it's just a 3-hour drive usually, which took us 8 hours because the children had never left the village or never sat in a car, and they puked the entire way to Imphal. It's like an 8-hour drive. So yeah, and this other team member and I, so I feel there are these small stories that go behind which we don't talk about. So yeah, I think definitely all the effort that my team members put into it, being in the village, doing everything. Yeah,
So just to summarize, we've heard a lot about this in DFI also, do whatever it takes. So that is largely the approach that is used in the remote geographies. Definitely when it comes to these sensitive situations and these difficult situations, what do you end up prioritizing in terms of what kind of support to provide? Should you do this or should you do that? So give us some more insight onto what do you prioritize and what goes behind that. So how do you prioritize and what do you prioritize?
Yeah. So I was telling them in the process, one is firstly identifying and understanding what is the emergency you're dealing with. If there are 2 parties involved or more parties, understand the context from each side before you take a side. And then also list down the needs and then do an exercise of scoping, what falls in your scope of work and what doesn't. And I was giving an example an economic crisis or a market related thing that might come outside our scope of work as an NGO, but there will still be elements of that can come in our scope of work, like improving the livelihood of the parents of our students, introducing livelihood projects so that they can now have a better income to fund their kids' education. And also the important point of being a little flexible when it comes to your scope of work. We can't be like, we are an education organization, so now when this conflict is going on, we will focus on only education. Because before we focus on, if we want education to happen, we need to first focus on access to safety, access to health, the kind of living conditions they're living in the relief camp. So then often we of course, make our annual goals and strategy, and then suddenly an emergency will come. So I think you have to be open to having that flexibility to then, taking on some work which is not part of your regular organization work, like how we have to do relief work, those kind of things. So prioritizing, I think also happens at the organization level, right? So of course, we've set annual goals that, on the education in front, we want to meet here. But sometimes you have to be a little flexible to put a pause on that goal and prioritize that currently in this emergency, we need to focus on this. So yeah, I feel like while we're focusing on education in the emergency situation, it does fall on our plate to look into the well-being of the child, relief work, all of that. And I don't think that's something any of us can be like, this is not our scope of work. So
And sometimes things you have not put in your scope of work gets into your bucket because someone wants it.
So not very different, like we all do scoping and हम focus करते हैं कि कौन सा priority पे होना चाहिए depending on the situation. So क्योंकि हम सब emergency वाली जगह पे, conflict वाली जगह पे वो करते हैं, तो I think हमारा modus operation वैसा ही हो जाता है. So that's how our programs are structured. Like for Zamba, that's why we are focusing on developing the youth resources so much, because we know कि कल को अगर कोई emergency आ गई, कोई socio political या कोई health COVID जैसा emergency आ गया, तो यही youth ही होंगे जो अपने गांव की नैया उस टाइम पे पार करने के लिए available होंगे, and we can reach out to them and at least do something with them for the community. So Zamba के लिए तो main अभी focus area वही है कि जो भी हमारे पास resources हैं अपनी community के, उनको किस तरह से develop किया जाए और उनका किस तरह से एक network बनाया जाए, ताकि in case of any emergency जो कभी भी हो सकता है, हम we can reach out to them and they can do something for the community on their own as well. So yeah.
Perfect. And just adding to the perspective of how we went about it. So when we are talking about scoping, there is a sense that comes that okay, our team sits together and analyzes the situation. Oh, ये हुआ है, वो हुआ है, क्या कर सकते हैं, ये कर सकते हैं. So we come with ideas. A major downside to this is that for us as an organization, if we do all of this without knowing the person or knowing that person's mental understanding of the situation, as I told you earlier, for Kashmir, lockdown is not new. We did all the scoping, and just like everyone else was doing scoping, we came up with these strategies. We went and we started doing that, and they're like, boss, ये तो यहाँ नहीं चलने वाला है, ये आप गलत है. So that is where it becomes really important to involve locals into the scoping as well, so that they are able to give their insights and they are able to tell us that this is something that we have already tried and tested. This will immediately work. While you are preparing something for a longer sustainability or longer problem solving thing, let's start with this. So that is really an essential piece when it comes to addressing the problem when it comes head on. Let's move on. So all of us, when we look at emergencies and when we looked at COVID, the first resort that we took was technology. And that was the first thing everyone used. Yes, mobile, and then Zoom got a good market share, and then Google Meet also got a good market share. Then Microsoft also came in, and then tons of other software came in. Would like to ask Michelle and Salden, anyone who would like to take it first. What and how did you consider technology? To what extent it did help you, or it did not work out at all?
Technology is important, but as we like you have also experienced Kargil ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे ज़्यादातर जो हमारे लोकेशंस है वहाँ पे तो इंटरनेट का कनेक्टिविटी अभी तो खैर आ गया है, बट इट्स नॉट वेरी डिपेंडेबल. तो जब कोविड आया था तब ऐसे बहुत सारे गांव थे जहाँ पे बिल्कुल इंटरनेट था भी नहीं,
टावर ही नहीं थे.
हाँ, टावर ही नहीं थे. अभी तो खैर धीरे धीरे आ गए हैं, बट आई थिंक लोगों का भी ओपन होना टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करने के लिए, दैट प्लेड अ ह्यूज रोल, जो कि शायद जिन लोकेशंस में हम काम करते हैं वहाँ पे है नहीं. सो आई थिंक टेक्नोलॉजी इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग, बट टू हैव द राइट पॉपुलेशन फॉर इट, टू यूज़ इट वेरी जुडिशियसली, एंड हाउ डू यू वांट टू, बिकॉज हमने जब काम करना शुरू किया था, हमने छोटे बच्चों के साथ काम करना शुरू किया था. वो तो टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं कर सकते ना. बड़े बच्चों के साथ तो गवर्नमेंट ऑनलाइन क्लासेस कर रही थी, ये कर रहे थे, वो कर रहे थे, बट छोटे बच्चे वो कहाँ से फ़ोन पे कैसे वो 2-3 घंटा बैठेंगे. सो आई थिंक इट्स फॉर Zamba especially, it's a very dicey thing. Technology is good. Maybe for our program we can do, हम अपने टीम की trainings बहुत easily करा सकते हैं. But when it comes to children and helping them to learn, I think वो एक बहुत limited वो हो जाता है. Of course जो facilitator है वो उनका बहुत अच्छे से use कर सकते हैं, but then ट्रांसफरिंग इट टू द चाइल्ड, देयरफॉर उसके लिए एक अलग स्किल सेट चाहिए. तो अभी उसी स्किल सेट पे ही हम फोकस कर रहे हैं. ऑफ कोर्स टेक्नोलॉजी इज़ देयर, बट people should be developed first, then they will use the technology judiciously in the way they want it to. So
I'll pick up from where she stopped, that people should be trained for it. This is one of my, as a school leader in that role, when the COVID happened, I realized that none of my teachers know how to use a computer or how to switch it on. And that made me question, what did I see as teacher training, and, what are the things that needed to have. If I had started on this earlier, then maybe, they would have been more prepared to take on, computers and all of that, because then we had to start from scratch. But that was a learning point for us. Right now, going forward, we will, as part of skill building for the teachers, that experience taught us that this was a very necessary thing for them to have. So now, that's something we're focusing on. So when we're talking about addressing emergencies, from our learnings, we're now, being able to be better prepared for, an emergency. Hopefully not like this, but yeah, that. What is the other point? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then also technology and the privilege that comes with it. So growing outside of Northeast, I never knew that you have to put fuel in a tower for the signal. Okay, so in our village, when the network goes, it doesn't come back for like a week, and then there's this small truck which has to come from the nearest town. It carries the fuel, puts it in the tower, and then you get your 3G at least back. So when the truck comes, the villagers know, and once it's filled and you see the truck going back, you'll hear a loud cheer in the village, like yay, and that's when you know, oh, now internet is going to come back. And even when the electricity is gone for 7 days, and then you'll hear a loud cheer. So just knowing how privileged we are to be able to access so much, that, like I said earlier, COVID was a time when I saw so many of my peers doing such innovative, amazing things with technology, and I just felt like I'm a really bad educator because I'm not able to do anything for my context, because 80% didn't have phones, we didn't have network and all of that. So yeah.
Definitely. So we looked at the challenges, we looked at technology. At the same time, when we were talking about people, so when we talk about people in such emergencies, so we always look at the beneficiary. Sometimes it happens that we forget the person who is providing it to the beneficiary. So a lot of times when we looked at in the other places also, we were looking at what can we do for our children, what should we do for our children, how can it be done. And in this course of conversation, we somehow forgot the person who is going to do it for the children, the teacher. So how do you, in your context, in the situation, how did you look after the physical as well as the psychosocial well-being of not just the students but the educators as well?
So one of the things that we did in our school was we used to have a lot of young mothers as teachers, and already, like in the Northeast, the salary range is very, very less. Sometimes there are monthly salary of teachers is like 5,000, 3,000, 7,000, and then we have to kind of understand that our work expectation also has to be. So we have harvest holidays in our calendar, because unlike cities where the teacher's job is just to go to school and there's someone else making tea and all of that, here after school hours they are also farmers. So the harvest holidays for both the teachers and the students, because they need those holidays to take time off school to go harvest their paddy fields, and the students need that time off to help their families with the harvesting. So realizing what the context of the teacher, and again, I'm someone from the city, I don't have to ever do things like go to my farm. I don't need those kind of leaves, but I'm the one who's in the role who's making the calendar, right? So if I don't know the context, I wouldn't find a need to have these holidays or these things, because that's not something that is a priority for me. Because my priority when I make the calendar will be, okay, these will be teacher training and second Saturday and all of that. But that's where understanding the context of your teachers really plays a big role, and understanding the role that they play in the community as well. So as a very small community where almost everyone is related to each other, so understanding the dynamics of how that works, right? As an outside person in the village committee, I might have a voice, but another female teacher from my school may not have the same voice or the same place, right? And that's something that made me uncomfortable, that just because I'm an outsider and I come with a certain maybe a language or an education, the same committee, like the village men, will allows me a space to speak, but I can't expect the teachers to be like, but why didn't you always speak? Because it's easy for me to say that because they're giving me that space and it's not. So I think so supporting them in those things. Another change we made is also we had teachers, so in the Northeast they have this practice of like tying the baby on the back. So we used to have classes where the teacher's teaching with the baby on the back because they can't afford to take that time off school, because if they don't come, then like I said, the salary is very low. So we made some inclusions like that. We will find teachers in the classroom holding the baby and then also taking the class. So supporting them and understanding that there are certain contextual needs for each employee and how can we accommodate that. We don't have the budget to increase their salary, but if there are other ways in which we can help them, then try to do that.
Yeah. Sajan, my next ask from you is like, considering you said that you work with the community, with the youth, could you share with us what kind of partnerships or collaborations you made to get success in the region?
Yeah. So I was also sharing this in the group that I was in, that हमने एक dual approach लिया कि दोनों तरह से काम करके देखते हैं, bottoms up approach and up to bottom approach. So we entered the school through the community, जो village education committees होती हैं उनके साथ MOU की हमने, and उनके through हम school में गए, and then we roped in the government, maybe the LHDC, the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council जो वहाँ पे हैं, plus the Directorate of Education जो UT level पे अभी सब चीज़ों को देखते हैं, उनके साथ अलग अलग प्रोग्राम्स, अपने जाम्बा के अलग अलग प्रोग्राम्स के थ्रू कोलैबोरेट करके हमने दोनों अप्रोच को एक साथ चलाया. आई थिंक दैट काइंड ऑफ वर्क फॉर वट एवर द स्मॉल स्केल दैट वी आर वर्किंग इन, जहाँ पे कि आपका नीचे भी पता है कि क्या हो रहा है, एंड द पीपल हु आर एंगेज ऑन द upper level also, they also know that what kind of a program it is and हमारा vision क्या है. So that's how we are going about, and अभी तक तो वो काम कर रहा है. Let's see कि आगे और क्या changes उसमें करने पड़ सकते हैं, but yeah, that would be our approach.
And to both of you as well, and I would also be responding to this one, that what ask would you have from people like who are there in the audience or the general people, in terms of what can we as people who are back, who have low visibility, ask for people who have higher visibility to enable our work in such contexts?
I think like the space that we have today is like a big example of what we can do, right? Like Teach for India created this space so that people like us have a space, people like you have a space to come together. So when you are someone with visibility, like making sure that you make more seat on the table for others to join in, because it's not about how long your table is, it's about like how many seats you have on your table, right? And like if also like if I'm a woman working in my community, how do I make sure that I include more women in being able to do things that I'm able to do? I think in like small ways like that.
And also, like I was asking in the group, visit those communities. मतलब जितना आपसे हो पाए भी, क्योंकि जब तक ये आप एक्सपीरियंस नहीं करेंगे, आई थिंक यू कैन नॉट टॉक अबाउट इट. तो जाम्बा का जो वॉलंटियरिंग प्रोग्राम है उसमें अभी तक कम से कम 12 वॉलंटियर्स आ चुके हैं हु इन्वेस्टेड एटलीस्ट 60 days into the community. Some also have even invested years into it, but coming there and experiencing everything and then talking about it, have a different experience, your personal experience into it and your passion and intent into it as well. So please do visit our locations and work with us maybe for some time, and then talk about us on different platforms. जहाँ पे कि जैसे कि कारगिल के बारे में अभी भी हमें होता है कि इस बार हमारे सिर्फ 4 वॉलंटियर्स आए थे. क्योंकि जम्मू में अटैक हुआ था, जम्मू में टेररिस्ट अटैक हुए थे ना. सो द इवन जोग्राफिकल कॉन्टेक्स्ट लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है कि कारगिल वॉर वहाँ पे पता नहीं कैसा होगा. So to actually experience that, join us, come come to our places, even encourage people to come to our places and experience our programs and communities.
Yeah, just adding on to what Saljan said. So, all of us, I think so. I'm not sure if Michelle would, how much she would agree, but at least for Ladakh and Kashmir, we have faced this challenge for quite a long time. That if we are hiring someone and there's this conversation happening, I had this one situation where we started the conversation, the person did the pre-work, everything went well, the entire conversation completed. Now we are ready to roll out the offer letter. In fact, we ended up rolling out the offer letter also. A week passed by and then there was no response. And then when I reached out to the person that, boss, we are waiting for your reply. And we called boss because like they need to come to us, so it's fine. so after reaching out, I came to know that okay, मम्मी ने बोला है वहाँ war चल रहा है, and that is what like it's very difficult. How do you mainstream this to the general audience that खत्म हो गया, मतलब war खत्म हो गया, पुराना हो गया. There is no tank on the street. There is nothing. It's peaceful. And for this, I had to, I don't know whether it was good or bad, but when I moved in with my family over there, I had to make my daughter sit on my lap and take interviews just to make the participant feel comfortable that ये safe जगह है, तो मैं मेरे बच्चे और बीवी के साथ आया हूँ. ऐसी अगर खतरनाक जगह होती तो मैं खुद अकेले आता, सबको नहीं लेकर आता. So that is the conversation we had to go down to make people understand that yes, definitely it's a emergency, conflict, everything, but no one is killing every single person out here. So please keep that thing out, and there is no bomb on the street. No one is, no tanks are running on the ground. So that is something that we are definitely doing on our part. And a lot of times, in terms of the geographical context also, people tend to understand कि अरे हाँ हम तो लद्दाख गए थे. हाँ लद्दाख गए थे, बट लद्दाख में 2 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं. एक लेह डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, कारगिल डिस्ट्रिक्ट है. आप आए लेह में पैंगोंग लेक घूम के चले गए, आपको कारगिल नहीं आए थे, आपको नहीं पता है कारगिल क्या है. सो प्लीज कम टू कारगिल. अच्छा कारगिल भी है क्या वहाँ पर? कारगिल तो पाकिस्तान में है ना? नहीं भाई, कारगिल इंडिया का हिस्सा है.
जो ऑफिसर्स है ना, IAS, they also say Leh Ladakh and Kargil. हम लेह लद्दाख में गए थे, हम कारगिल गए थे. मतलब कारगिल इज अ सेपरेट एंटिटी इवन फॉर देम. तो वो जो ज्योग्राफिकल वो बन गई डिस्टिंक्शंस, वो इवन ऑफिसर्स में अभी तक वो नहीं हो पाया है कि लेह और लद्दाख, मतलब लेह और कारगिल 2 अलग अलग डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं. सो वो उस लेवल पे भी है.
Right, and so this is where like such kind of audiences, and a lot of time when we talk about social organizations, especially in the conflict areas, it is always expected of the people who are running the organization to talk about it, to share about the work and all of that, but in terms of the scope that we have is very limited. So it is very much essential for audiences like these to amplify our voices. And so it is not just one person talking, then it's a ripple effect that creates, and that is when the voices of the unheard people are brought into the mainstream media. That is when specifically brought into the donor mainstream media, so that they are able to hear that they are also humans, they also deserve the CSR that is being spent in Bombay or Pune. So these are some of the things that are required in terms of policy level things, or just thinking level at what people can operate to help and support education in emergencies. So this is all from our end. If there are any, do we have time for questions?
No, we're running very late. We have to switch. They lost any time to the next paper.
Catch up outside in case.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
please do.
I have cards here, so whoever wants my card, you can take it from here.
Great. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for engaging and listening to the stories. We are out there if you want to continue the stories.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just 1 minute. We have something special to honor you for coming and talking to us. Thank you so much. I'll give it. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much.
You can catch them outside.
Yeah, please, we have more questions. Please do.